So guys, as you have probably read from the title of this video, this upload, I am going to talk about my first year on YouTube. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do it now on board the Night Rod. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2008 Night Rod special that I've fully customised. I'll drop a link in the video for this bike below in the description, and I'll probably put a little card for it right above my head. So I'm going to go meet my cousin Gary for a coffee, so I'm going to have a little moment to have the chat about it and let you know about the trials and tribulations of the first year of YouTube of somebody here in Scotland. So like most people, I got involved in YouTube last year during the whole lockdown situation and the COVID pandemics. So we were kind of stuck at home for a prolonged period, so I decided, well, I'm into motorcycles, might start just documenting my thing. And I'm going to be honest, I never really knew much about motovlogging at all, and probably still don't know that much about motovlogging, in all fairness. You know, found channels like Blockhead, Shade Tree Surgeon, just to name a few of the big hitters that when you type it into YouTube, and said, I'm going to try and give this a little go, you know, see what it's like and take it from there. So yeah, had the GoPro anyway from previous, watched a couple of YouTube videos, how to set it all up as you do, and then went, right, I'm going to give this a go. So uploaded the first video, as we all do when we first start this whole YouTube journey, and you know, it didn't get anybody viewing it, didn't get any subscribers, didn't get anything, and you know, it did feel quite disheartening, I'm not going to lie. And it took me to do, I think I was 2 or 3 videos in, just from giving it a try, trying new things, you know, editing things on my phone, to believe it or not, just to try and see how it was going. And then all of a sudden I got 1 or 2 subscribers, and it was like that whole, wow, somebody's actually watching it and actually quite interested in watching like the content that you're producing, you know, not apart from yourself and your direct family and friends. So just carried on that way. But the highs, you know, the highs of those first subscribers and the first views and the first of many when you first get there, you know, you get your first couple of subscribers and you're so over the moon, you get your first views, you know, and then, you know, you go through, you know, like a wave, and I was so happy just knowing that I'd created something from nothing, and I still am. I still get like that everything that I put out on YouTube between Sarah and I is like, there was nothing there before. We've had to like take the cameras, we've had to think about what we're going to upload, think about what you're going to say. Sometimes we just wing it, go with the flow, and all of a sudden you've got a video lasting from 1 minute to 25 minutes depending on the subject. So that's the positives. It's the positive of creativity. I love that. To be creative from nothing is a skill and something that I'm enjoying learning from. So the lows, there's been a few of those, I'm not going to lie. The lows sometimes have outweighed the highs. The lows have been that nobody, like, you know, like there's not been many like comments or views on your video. It does happen. Oh wow, that was a big bump. It does happen, you know, that like some videos you'll upload and it'll tank. You know, it's like nobody's interested in that subject, and you're trying to understand why, and you know, like what have you done wrong as a person? What have you done wrong? You know, and that's how I felt anyway. I felt as though that it was me, and you know, sometimes you think to yourself, well, maybe it is. You know, maybe the quality isn't as good, and you think to yourself, how can I improve it? And you watch others and, like, you know, you start comparing yourself, and that's the worst thing you can do. I did it myself for a short period of time. I started comparing my videos to other people's videos on YouTube as a motovlogger from Scotland, and you just can't do it. You just can't do it here. You know, it's a totally different culture when you're comparing like people who motovlog in the UK to people who motovlog in America. Different culture, different motorcycle culture. We all love the same things, but just a different culture surrounding the bike. So that was definitely one of the biggest lows, is when I started comparing their like my uploads to to other people's uploads, thinking I was never going to be good enough. And I sat back, had a think about it, and I says no, because we're all different. We all bring different things to the table. You know, I like customising motorcycles. I like Harley Davidsons. I like customising them to like how mine is not how the industry or the latest trend. I customise them to how I would like my Harley Davidson to look. So I thought, well, this is like my channel, and this is what I'm going to do, and it started working. And the minute you come out of that mindset and just go, I'm making this video, and it works, you know. And if you're enjoying making it, people will see that in your video. You know, like I've shown like some of my uploads to my family and my friends, and they've went, you can see how much you just enjoy riding your bike and just enjoy talking about it, and that comes through. Because I'll tell you right now, I love riding this bike. I could ride this bike all day long. Sunny day like this, you know, just break out, got a set 8 hangers, some music in the ear. Oh, it's amazing, you know. So definitely some lows, but you got to counteract that with some highs. You know, other things as well is our Scottish weather. It is garbage. You know, when you're watching like motovloggers who live in like the southern states in the US, you know, like for example, like the ones I did mention, like the Blockhead and the Shade Tree, you know, they guys, you know, even the ones in Georgia, you know, like Alabama and all they kind of people, you know, they can record their motorcycle, like almost their motorcycle journeys every day, every time of the year, no matter like through like November, December, January, February. And it's almost like a jealous thing for me, because we get to November, December here in Scotland with the ice and the salt, everything else comes out, and you just can't produce that on-board motorcycling kind of content that some people want, you know. And I think a lot of people who have subscribed to like my channel from wherever they may be have maybe kind of came to like, you know, understand that is a thing, you know. I thought it's got this way. Little jaunt on the motorway won't be hurtful. So they've came to understand that we don't have that opportunity year round to produce the motorcycle content that being a motovlogger can bring, and that's great. So, you know, we do our best and we produce, and that is all, you know. So been doing that. So that is definitely, like, you know, there has been sometimes more lows than highs on the YouTube, but definitely it's one thing that I can come out and say is that if keep hammering away at it. I've been 1 year in and I still haven't scratched the surface of doing YouTube at all. It's definitely something that I'm learning every day, learning every week, and if that's the positive things to bring from this, is what you're learning. Now I train people what I do for like a living in certain aspects of the chemical industry, and this is no different when it comes to training. You're training yourself into something that you've never had any formal training on before, so you're teaching yourself how to do things. You're speaking to others who have been maybe doing it for a longer period of time, and they give great advice, and that's one of the things that I've taken on board. There's a lot of guys have gave me advice on, you know, cameras and angles and how to like create like music tracks and add like PNG files, layers and layers and layers of information to create this video from absolutely nothing. So then that leads me on to the next thing. It's the people. The people that you have met just from doing this moto vlogging is unbelievable, especially here in the UK and a few from the States. You know, people that you would probably never really had much contact with ever before in your life, and all of a sudden you start moto vlogging about motorcycles and they contact you, and then all of a sudden you've got this thing in common, and then you become friends. I've got we all probably know who he is, Bikes, Beards and Brews, Mr. Ben. Like, Ben sends me messages every so often just asking how we are and how things are, and not necessarily to do with YouTube, just general what friends do. And you think to yourself, wow, if it wasn't for YouTube and moto vlogging and owning a motorcycle, then potentially our paths would never have crossed. So it's definitely a great thing, you know, definitely another massive positive. And I think one of the strangest things, and it's a positive thing, right? And Sarah and I, that's Mrs. Burning Gas Hauling Ass, if you don't know who my wife is, who's the other part of this channel, is the people that you meet out in public. Now, when you go to these like places where motorcycles congregate, you know, like Harley Davidsons and, you know, like Harley Davidson dealerships and Indian dealerships, and no matter, like, you know, like biker meetups and all these bike nights, one of the best things and one of the strangest things I will say is having that conversation with somebody when they walk up to you and say, you're burning gas hauling ass, and you go, oh wow. Or you're Gareth from Burning Gas Hauling Ass, and you go, oh, that's an even bigger wow. And seriously, you go, ah, so somebody's watching like my YouTube channel, and you go, wow, that's crazy, and you can't help but to think to yourself, that's amazing. And then when they tell you they're subscribed and they like enjoy your video and your content and how you produce it and like what they're seeing, and you think to yourself, it feels even more worth it. So when you're creating something that you're happy with yourself to upload on the internet, and then when somebody you meet randomly on the street who's not a moto vlogger, who's not into YouTube, who doesn't have a YouTube channel but watches your YouTube stuff, and then gives you a compliment, it puts a whole new dimension to how YouTube is. It is unreal, you know. So if you are thinking about doing a YouTube channel, or starting a YouTube channel, or starting to be a moto vlogger, or anything, any kind of content creation, it's never going to be a smooth run, alright, never. But I will say, the rewards that I've had from it after 1 year far outweigh the negatives that I've ever experienced. There's been a few lows, not gonna lie, but the highs far outweigh them, and the smiles that it brings is so much better, you know. Anybody watching this who is a moto vlogger or who is a YouTube content creator, you know, like, well, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's the highs and the lows, you know. And I think the minute you stop concentrating on numbers, you know, like people subscribing to your channel and just enjoying it, you know, like walking out with your phone or your cat, like, you know, like I film a lot on my iPhone 12 now, just because of the quality of the videos that I can get out of it. I film GoPro stuff when I feel like I need to use a GoPro. I use the Senna 10C Evo on the side of my helmet, which you're watching this from right now, to get the angle of me riding with the bike with the ape hangers, all these things. And once you've kind of got you're in the flow, as I say, you're in the flow. Once you get into that flow, it's great. Honestly, great. You know, it's like, it's great when you see, you know, like people watching it, you see the numbers moving, But see, once you get past the numbers and start looking at what you're producing on front of your phone screen, your mobile, your PC, whatever you want to use, you know, it's a different ball game altogether. So as I said, 1 year on YouTube, guys. Not a long video today, just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to myself, who keeps liking the videos, and as always, I appreciate everybody who just likes the video or watches it and likes it. I'm more than happy. You know, if you just watch it, like it, and move on, I'm more than happy. It basically lets me know I'm doing an okay job. And if you're not happy with anything that I do, I'm all for feedback. I've been saying this for a long and weary since I started YouTube. If anybody who knows me will say, Gareth, maybe you need to like, what if you change that or try something different here, then I might go, okay, you know, and then try that out, and then if it works, even better, you know. So feedback always welcome. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to give on about it. I just wanted to let you know, thank you for everybody who's watched the channel for the last year, who has subscribed, liked all my videos. So I'd like to say thank you again. I've said that about 3 or 4 times in a row, but I'm going to say thank you again. Ride safe if you are. Enjoy the summer, the end of the summer, heading into fall now. Ride safe, take care, and as always, keep following us, guys. Speak to you soon.